Hey, what's up, guys? It's about Uchiha here, and I'm back with a new movie. The name of this movie is What If Naruto Was Lightning Chakra? And yeah, guys, it's an unscripted movie as well. Now, before continuing this, I would like to give shout out to Shadow for suggesting me this idea. I know I have been skipping a lot of your guys' idea. It's just that I'm currently working on my schedule to return back to how it was 2 months ago because it has been quite upset. I have been making videos in late night, like at 1 a.m. and 3 a.m. and haven't been getting really good sleep. So yeah, my schedule is pretty much messed up right now and I need to get that sorted out again. And I hope you understand because at the end of the day, I am also a single person who is making all of your requests and ideas. Don't get me wrong, I really appreciate you sending in all of these requests. It's just that I need some time to work upon myself first and then on your ideas. Now, enough of my rambling, and yeah, if you haven't, then please do leave a like and subscribe to my channel. If you like the content of this channel, then please do. And without further ado, let's begin with our today's story. Our story begins at the Valley of the End, 13 years after the QB attack. As we go there to see that two figures were standing on the two huge statues of Hashirama Senju and Madara Uchiha facing each other. As on Hashirama's statue was Naruto Uzumaki, a genin from Konohagakure no Sato, and the Jinchuriki of the Nine-Tailed Biju, Kyubi no Yoko, as he was currently coated with a chakra layer which was orange, as his eyes were blazing red with slits in them, as his whisker marks were thickened which were spread throughout on both of his cheeks, as his canines had grown out and so did his nails, as he said in a grumbling voice to the other figure, addressing him, "Sasuke, stop this madness and return back to the village. I do not want to hurt you." As the said person, Sasuke Uchiha, the last loyal, or previously known as last loyal Uchiha of Konohagakure, just murdered, as he was also in a demonic state thanks to Orochimaru's curse seal, as he had a nature chakra coated in his hand which was electricity as well as lightning. And it was not only lightning, it had an onyx shade to it as well. You bet, dope, that I will. That village is holding me down. I will not go back to that village. That village has done nothing for me to gain from it. I have asked and requested many times to give me the material so I can prepare at least myself and I have to face him, my brother. I know what your brother has done. You do not understand, dope, what I have to go through. You did not have anything to begin with, while I had everything, which was taken from me. I was stripped from every happiness that had been granted to me in my life. Do you know how that feels, dope? No. So don't try to sympathize with me, because you can't. Regardless, Naruto said, you are going back. Either I have to break your every bones or you come back willingly. Try. As both of them clashed then. Again, blows were traded amongst the two, one after another. As both of them were at the end or breaking point, they fought for 2 hours as both of them were now panting as they were standing on the water with their chakra feet technique. You know, dope, I gotta give it to you. Whatever that chakra is, you have been able to maintain yourself against me. I highly doubted that you would, just like in the academy days. I'm not the same as I was before. Yes, you're not. I can see that. As a Sharingan user then charged his hand with a Chidori, I'm going to end this, Naruto. You are the last hurdle in my path to achieve what I truly want. Vengeance is not the way, Sasuke, says the dope, which is disgraced by everyone. Never wanted. I bet your parents didn't even want you. Shut up. Then fight. Come at me, Naruto. With one final attack, let's settle this. You're going to regret this, Sasuke. As Naruto, with all his rage and chakra that was left inside of him, with every ounce charged a Rasengan, as Kakashi arrived at the side. As both of them saw him and then narrowed their eyes together. No, Kakashi said, but it was too late, as both of them charged towards each other. But just before Naruto could slam his Rasengan into Sasuke's heart, Naruto powered down. As an image of Sakura, as well as his friends who have done so much on this mission, came in front of his eyes, and so did his team as his eyes widened. But Sasuke, he didn't hesitate. He stabbed his own Chidori straight through Naruto's chest in the middle, as Naruto then coughed huge amount of blood as the hand pierced through his chest, coming out of his backbone, breaking it as well. As Naruto was now going limp on Sasuke's hand, as Sasuke smirked, "See, Dobe, I told you, you are weak. You can never, ever imagine being my competition. There is the difference between us." But suddenly, Naruto let out a blood-curdling scream as he let out such a huge amount of chakra blasting through his body that Sasuke was sent flying towards like a rocket to a wall as he was impaled there. Every bone in his body was broken, both in arms and legs as well, as Sasuke was basically paralyzed. As Naruto then wasn't there anymore, as Kakashi, who was frozen by the horrifying sight, jumped down. "Naruto! Naruto, where are you?" "He's not here. He's sent. It's gone as well, Kakashi." "What do you mean, Pakun?" Kakashi asked in worried tone towards his Ninkenpop. I don't know. His scent just vanished, like he never existed." "Where could have he gone?" As on the other side, Naruto was connected with lightning now. Lightning chakra. Every molecule, particle, his skin was destroyed by lightning and rebuilt all over again, as he had become one with the nature. As suddenly huge amounts of cloud gathered there at the valley of the end. "Naruto! Naruto!" Kakashi was still yelling. "Stop it, Kakashi, he's not here. Damn it, I have to find him." "You're going to lose your other student as well, Kakashi. You have to bring him back." As Kakashi then stopped and started to think rationally. Naruto was not here. He needed to go back and report this to the Hokage and get help from her. He knew Hokage-sama will send out help, and he needed to get Sasuke back to be treated as well, because it seems that he was injured as well. As Kakashi picked Sasuke out from the crater, as he dashed back to the village. As we go there to see that outside of her office, looking through her window, was Tsunade Senju. "I don't feel so right today." I as well, Tsunade-sama. Something is going to happen. Something big, which is going to change the whole village. That's for sure. I hope that whatever happens, it is for the good." As Tsunade was having a feeling that her necklace has caused something again. It was like the familiar feeling that she had when Dan died, when Namaki died, when she lost her clan, and she lost everything. She was having that feeling again. As then Jiraiya came bursting to the door, blocking his hinges. "Jiraiya, what the hell is the meaning of this? What happened to him?" "Who?" Jiraiya said, with anger burning in his eyes. He was out for murder. "What happened to him, Tsunade?" As Tsunade became quiet. "Who?" Because she was getting scared of Jiraiya's behavior like this. She had never seen him this mad. "Don't play dumb, Tsunade. What happened to Naruto?" "Naruto? He was sent on a mission with some squad of his friends to capture Sasuke Uchiha, who deserted the village last night. His name was removed from the scroll. And you know what happens when the name is removed. It means that he's no longer a part of the clan." "Yes, I'm thinking and hoping that that is the matter, because the only other way to be removed from the summoning scroll which mentions the summoner, is by dying." "You can't mean that." As then Kakashi bursted through the door as well. "Tsunade-sama, Sasuke needs help." As Shizune brought Sasuke to the hospital with Kakashi. As Kakashi left a clone to go with her, as he stayed there. "Where's Naruto?" As Kakashi then said, "You might need to sit down for this, both of you." As he explained to them both in a choking voice what happened in front of him. "And you just stood there, did nothing?" Jiraiya said, as Kakashi looked down. "Hmm, so much for the legacy of Haruke. At least your father saved one of his comrades. And even though he was crowned by the villagers, we respected him for doing that." As Kakashi was saddened even more, it hit it home when Jiraiya said those words. "Jiraiya, that's far. Shut up, Hime. I'm not in the mood right now." He could have stopped this, prevented this from happening. But no, he had to teach a technique which is an assassination technique to an unstable student, which cost Naruto his life. As suddenly the lights started to blink violently inside the office. What is going on? I don't know. Maybe the lights. No, it's not the lights, Jiraiya. We have something more important to deal with now than this puny matter. As suddenly the lights bursted out as a huge amount of lightning started to gather out to form a blue lightning figure with blue eyes. "Bachan," a distorted voice said. "Naruto? Yes, it's me, Naruto." "Kid, what happened?" "I don't know what is going on here, Sanin. I don't know. I'm scared. I don't know how I got here, but I thought of it and I was here, thankfully." "Stay calm, kid. Remain where you are." As Jiraiya went towards Naruto, but lightning zapped through his hand as his hand was hissing and steaming. "Shit! Electricity. This is lightning chakra, kid. What happened?" "All I remember is Sasuke stabbing straight through my chest with his Chidori." As both of the Sanin's eyes widened, as they looked at Kakashi. "You didn't do anything?" "Naruto was stabbed, Kakashi. How could you let that happen?" When that was going on, You shut down again, didn't you?" "Yes, Hokage-sama. You're not fit to be a Jonin right now. Go get your health checked, Kakashi, and by health I mean mentally health checked. I'm removing you from an active Jonin status as of now. Please don't, Bachan. Please. I was taught by Sensei, and so was Sasuke, but we didn't listen. You see, he riled me up. Kid, seriously? Look what you got yourself into, being riled up like that. Your name is removed from the Toads clan." "What? But I didn't do anything." "You're literally a nature right now, kid. A nature of chakra. What do you expect? You don't have a physical body right now." "Wait, Naruto, try imagining a solid body." As Naruto tried harder, as he heard another distorted voice from within, as red chakra appeared. "Kid, follow my instructions as I tell you. First of all, calm your nerves down." "How can I be calm? Just calm them down." "Is that the Kyuubi's voice?" The three of them got alert, and so did many Anbus who were hidden there. As Naruto then started to calm down. "Okay, I'm calm. What now?" "Ease your nerves, kid." As the lightning that was dancing around wildly started to calm down, as Naruto's physical form started to become evident. "Now focus. Focus and channel your chakra inwards, as if you're trying to capture it, seal it within you. Try to do that." As Naruto did so, as one bit by bit, after some moments, the lightning started to disappear from his body, and his physical body now reappeared again. As Naruto then said, "Shit, kid, you're naked. Here." As Naruto then was blushing and trying to hide his private parts, but failing miserably, as Naruto's clothes were now there. A much bigger set of clothes. "I bought them for you as a gift for the future, but I guess you are going to wear them now, huh, Naruto?" "Thanks, Sir Sanin." "So, Bachan, what happened to Sasuke?" "He's getting treatment, Naruto." "Well, that's good, I guess. So, is the mission done?" "Yes, Naruto. Your teammates were brought in, and some of them were on the verge of dying as well." "Really?" "Yes, Naruto. Can I go see them?" "I think we have other things to worry about. Come with me, Naruto. I'm going to conduct some tests." As Tsunade went with Naruto to a secret lab, only used and accessed by her. As when she entered there, she conducted some tests after taking Naruto's blood sample. As Naruto was being brave, putting up with the needles because of his fear of it. As after that, The blood samples were taken, as Tsunade then examined him with his chakra as well, and his DNA was examined through her chakra analysis as well. Oh my god, is everything fine, Bachan? It is, Naruto. You you have awoken the Kekkei. What sort of? A nature Kekkei, Naruto. You can manipulate a nature. Um, I don't get it. You can manipulate a nature form of chakra, and my guess is it is lightning. How so? Really, kid? Are you that dumb? Come on, Bachan, tell me. And sorry for, all that. It's nothing to worry about, kid. It's just that you arrived here in electric form and in lightning form. So we have high doubts that it is lightning chakra that you are one with now. And that is your Kekkei. So is it like an armor or something? No, you can change your whole anatomy, kid, as well as your physical form into that nature form and become one with them, and can be at multiple places at multiple times and occasions as well. But you have to be wary. It can be cancelled out by many natures. You have to go and form many other techniques to go against that techniques. Oh, I guess I will then, Bachan. And how did this happen? Did I have any sort of, Kekkei stored inside of me or something? I do not know, kid. I have to conduct some tests. Why don't you go and be with Giraffe for now? Don't go to your apartment and avoid your friends. What? But you said I could go visit them after this. Naruto, this is serious. You don't have to go out right now because you might endanger them. You can't control this form if it wasn't for the QB. And if the councils find out about this, they are going to get at your necks and throats because you have been communicating with QB, and that is what they do not want. I guess you're right. Then I'll go to your Asanin. No need to worry about, kid. I'm already here. Hime called. We're leaving the village on our training trip, Hime, as it was suggested. Then be sure to take care of the Gaki, and don't you dare ever make him and turn him into a pervert. Oh, come on. I'm going to make him a prodigal student. At least that's what you think. I will be also turning him into the super pervert. Not any ordinary pervert. When I come back, you're going to be begging for him, Hime. Try imagine this, and the books I can get from there. Gold mine. Jiraiya was physically crying tears of joy, receiving an award from his special fans that built for him for making the most popular and hit series based on Naruto. Is Uchiha Naruto, the ancient traveling seduction god series. As Tsunade then brought him out of his stupor. Jiraiya, I thought we lost you in your own thoughts. You have to take care of him and teach him how to maintain his form. There's one place only where that can happen. Mount Miyaboku. We're going to stay there for 2 years, kid. And after that, it is 3 years worth of training. Wait, 5 years, Shirai. You said 3. And that, at the time, this was not happening to him. Okay. Please do let me know, Hime, if anything comes up related his new discovery of this Kekkei of some sort. Alright, I will. As after that, Naruto and Jiraiya packed the bags, and without saying goodbye, Naruto left off with his journey of 5 years of travel with Jiraiya. As Tsunade was cooped up in her room, in her lab, for the next 2 days, as a council meeting was in order, as the council wanted to know how Sasuke ended up in such bad situation and what happened with the Jinchuriki, who was tasked to bring him back. As many questions needed to be answered, as Tsunade was in a shock and drinking. It all traced back to Kushina and Minato. That much she knew, but she went on ahead just to satisfy her quest of finding out how this origin begins. It even traced back to her. And not only her and Jiraiya. Her and Jiraiya. How did that happen? And why don't she even remember that? Then she calmed her nerves down and was able to find a seal on her body and remove that seal. It was placed there by Jiraiya after the child was born, and the memories poured in inside of her. A blonde child was born due to a one night stand between her and Jiraiya after their victory in the Second Great Shinobi War against the Amegakure leader Hanzo the Salamander and earning their titles as the legendary Sanin. They were drinking and ended up getting into each other's pants, and after that, Tsunade was happy to bring this child into this world, but when Dan found out about this, he was mad and wanted the abortion of the child. And Tsunade began to hate that child as Dawn then died, and she thought that it was because of that child that this happened. And Jiraiya was trying to convince her the otherwise, but she didn't want to listen. So, in order to protect their kid, Jiraiya did this before slapping the seal onto her, and that is when she remembered nothing. And she started to cry, now knowing that that child was Minato, under the name of Namikaze clan. And that child had a dormant Kekkei from the Senju clan. But it didn't have any nature, because it was dormant right now. And thanks to the Uzumaki side of her genes inside Kushina and Minato, that Kekkei was able to be sustained and be boosted and passed down to their children and her grandchild, Naruto, Uzumaki Namikaze Senju, who has awoken it thanks to this mishap and turned himself into one being with nature. As there was a huge banging on the door, it was Shizune. "It's me, Shizune. I'm going to come inside, Tsunade-sama." Don't, Shizune. As Shizune went inside and closed the door shut. "Tsunade-sama, what's wrong?" I found something out. You see, due to Naruto's condition, Naruto, is he okay? Yes, he is. I heard from Kakashi's clone that he died. No, he is fine. He is fine, and he's away on a trip with Jiraiya. You see, I found something interesting, and it led to me to go on a journey to find out how the set began, and it got back to me. I'm Naruto's grandmother. What? Said Shizune. Is he? Uncle Dan's? No. With Jiraiya. Wait, how did that happen? After the Second Great Shinobi War's victory, me and Jiraiya ended up sleeping together due to the overusage of alcohol. Really, Tsunade-sama? Wait. Then if he's your grandson, then does that mean Minato Namikaze was? Yes, my son, Minato Senju. I do not know if he knew or not, but I am a failure as a mother and as a wife as well. Now, I see it. Now I see why I had such bad luck, because I abandoned a child who needed a mother in an orphanage, or forced Jiraiya to do so, because if he raised that child, there was a high chance I would have remembered him. I see. Then stop being so down, Tsunade, and being eaten up by your guilt. The whole council want to go at your grandson and tear his throat apart. They won't. I made many mistakes in the past, but those were the last of the mistakes that I had made. Not now, not anymore. I'm not going to be there too. I'm going to restore the order as a Kage again. That's the spirit, Tsunade. Go ahead and show them what you're made out of. Tsunade found a new resolve in herself and a new resolution to protect her grandchild and give him all the love that she didn't or couldn't was able to give to her son and for the beginning life of her grandson. As after half an hour, she arrived inside the council chamber to find that the elders, the clan heads, as well as the civilian council were sitting. As Gordon said, "It is not the time to arrive late in such matters, Tsunade." "Shut up, you old hag. I am here, aren't I? Is this a way to treat an elder? You're not an elder. You're nothing more than an old relic of history that has been passed down to this village and done nothing more than yabble your mouth all day, old hag. So just shut the fuck up if you don't want to get kicked out of here. You can't do that. Well, by all means I can. We are placed here by Senju Tobirama, and I, Tsunade Senju, have every right as his granddaughter to kick you out as well. Because I am the granddaughter of the founder of this village. Get it through your thick skulls. I have more authority than any of you here. As everyone was shocked, they thought that Tsunade might be there too, as Danzo knew something was up. Something that she should not know. What is the behavior today, Tsunade? Said Homura. You were never like this before. It is because I have found out something that Shiraya has been hiding from me. What? My grandson. As everyone began to mutter amongst themselves, a grandson? Wait, who was your son then, Tsunade? Minato and Namikaze, as everyone's eyes widened, meaning that my grandson was Shukaku completed. Shit. Naruto Uzumaki. Namikaze sent you then? Yes. As everyone gasped and began to shout at each other. What? But that isn't possible. How could he be? Silence! I have conducted the test myself. 8 times, and all of them returned positive. 100% positive. So there is no doubt that he is my grandson. Regardless, Tsunade, he did hurt it. Uchiha, the last Uchiha of the village, he deserted the village. And not only that, he stabbed Naruto with an assassination technique. His sensei can vouch for that as well. As Kakashi was still summoned in, as Danzo then questioned, did Sasuke Uchiha stab Naruto Uzumaki straight through the heart with an Chidori charged with lightning chakra that you taught him? Yes. Or did Naruto retaliate it? He was about to, but he stopped in mid-attack. See, he was following orders. Kakashi taught him something that he should not have been taught from the get-go, but he needed power to kill his clan. Yes, I know. He needed power to kill his clan's murderer, but at what cost? Hurting his own comrades? Killing my grandson? I'm glad that the whole Uchiha clan is dead. If they were alive, or were the Senju clans alive, there would have been a civil war, and there would have been massacre, and you all would have been caught up in the crossfire as well. Many dead bodies would have laid here because of this incident, as everyone then gulped and swallowed down their throats that was now dry, because they knew they have conducted many bad stuff against Naruto and many conspiracies as well. And if Tsunade find out about this, they were all going to pay. And from this moment onwards, if you go or do anything against me or my will, you will be stripped from your power from this council and kicked out and put under heavy penalty of using Kage's power without his permission. As everyone was quiet. Got it? I said, do you got it? She said as she slammed both of her fists into the table, cracking the whole council room in half. As everyone nodded, they did not want to incur the wrath of the Tsunade Senju, who was at one time known as the Iron Goddess, who could pummel a whole mountain with a single punch. As Danzo and everyone looked at each other and nodded and left. As Danzo was now back to his lair, while Tsunade was grieving, as was Koharu and Homura. That bitch. What right does she have to say those things to me? Calm down, Koharu, said Homura. Everything is in order. We will take our revenge on her again. As suddenly he was killed off, as was Danzo, not even giving a second chance, as the masked person then turned towards her and knocked her out unconscious, as Koharu was dragged alongside the dead bodies back into the council chamber, as she saw that Tsunade was sitting there with cold eyes. Did you think that I will let this slide, Koharu? My spy has been conducting many special operations on all of you. You have done many deeds, I have seen. That bitch you said, right? What right gives you, the bitch, the ultimate bitch of the century, to say those words about me and my grandson? And for that, I'm gonna do this. What? You're going to kill me? Try it. Try to get me executed, Tsunade. The damn you. Who said about anything like that? Open the container. What is that? Oh, I may show you. As Danzo and Homura's body at both times were thrown into that container inside the council chamber that was broken. as their body disintegrates into nothing. You will be going to remain there, burning slowly away, Koharu. As she was then coated by Tsunade, forcefully all over her body, being stripped naked into a material and then thrown into that acidic pound, and then the door slammed shut. As she started to disintegrate slowly, it'll take you 1 week to completely disappear. So, try to stay alive and fight a way out of it. Oh, by the way, the key is down there, under the propeller that is sending the poison up. And if your hands get near it, you might die instantly. Good luck, Koharu. You brought this upon yourself, bitch. As after that, Shikaku then said, Tsunade-sama, don't you think that? No, it is a long life lesson to all of you. She started looking towards the civilian. I have many more containers, and many more ways to form another more sadistic liquid than that, in which your body shall burn within 2 days with extreme amount of pain. So, I will be targeting those who have hurted my grandson. Spread this news out to the whole village of what happened to Karu and what will happen to them. As then something interesting happened. Tsunade had an idea. Actually, I'll just show them all. As the meeting was called between the whole village, as the whole village gathered, as there was a blanket covering the whole container, as every Konoha 11 was there as well. Today, I'm here to announce that the elders were stripped and from their rights and duties as humans as well as the part of village. As everyone started to mutter, silence, because they have been conspiring against someone who is close to me. Someone who is so close that I didn't even knew at first, but after I found out who he was, I snapped. My grandson, Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze Senju, the son of 4th Hokage Minato Namikaze Senju, my son, and Kushina Uzumaki, his wife, as everyone gasped. And to those who even dare question me because I've conducted this test myself or have harmed my grandson, this is your final end. As the burning, withering away body of Koharu was shown to everyone, as everyone began to throw up and look away, squinting their eyes in fear. You wanted a dictator, right? Who could keep you straight? Here is one. And my grandson will be returning 5 years later, and I want to clean up the trash before he returns. As after that, she returned back. She will remain here. Public executions will be held out. So get in tune for more and more entertainment each month, people. As many people then begin to call upon her, saying that she was a sadist and a sociopath, and those who did were instantly killed off, silencing all of them. Tsunade had turned into a complete sociopath in their eyes, as she was looking out at the village, as it was currently in a lockdown, the tight security, like a prison it was now. As Shizune came, Shizune, I know you're here. Speak up, what do you want? Tsunade, do you think it is? As Tsunade turned towards her, Shizune, I have gone through enough pain, and I've caused pain to my grandson and my son as well, his whole life. Do you think I'm alright now, after finding out such a huge secret? Jai should be lucky that he isn't here. I would have done the same to him, what I have done to Koharu for hiding this secret from me. But you hated that child, did you? I was foolish at the time. You might have done something mad, Tsunade. He was protecting his son. You could have done the same if you have done the same to Jiraiya. I know. Then stop this madness, Tsunade. Be the kind leader they all wanted you to be. These people have been going out of their hand way too much. They think they have the power and every right. They do not understand anymore that it is my job to conduct these type of work, not their own. You have proven your point already, Tsunade. As after that, Tsunade did not conduct any public executions, and things were starting to return back to normal to a certain degree. As this was happening, 1 year passed. As we go in Mount Miyabuku, to see that Naruto was meditating. As Naruto was in his electric form, as Fukusaka then said, Naruto, my boy, it is time for you to return back to normal and try this out in Taijutsu style. Okay, Pa. As Naruto got into a stance against Jiraiya, who was wearing an lightning deflecting armor made by seals and Fukusaka for a whole year worth of efforts. Okay, kid, are you sure, Sanin, you can move easily in that huge amount of armor? Yeah, kid, I can. I gotta save my body from getting electrocuted. Okay, I started then made two electric whips. Here I come. Damn, that's so cool, Jiraiya said. As both of them clashed, Naruto tied his electric whips on both of his hands and then threw them at the trees to be tied there. You know, Naruto, that is quite awesome technique. As Naruto formed two other whips and started to break out the armor. Enough, Naruto. Okay, Naruto said as he jumped back. So, how did I do? You did great, kid. You did great, but you forgot one thing. As Jiraiya appeared behind him and neck chopped him. I always win. Keep your 6-inch checks and your 9s and 11s. Really? Really, Sanin? That was a dirty move. Yeah, sorry, dick move, I know, but it is what it is, kid. Life isn't fair. Yeah, I get that a lot. I mean, firsthand. You know, Naruto, I'm sorry about not being there and all. If I was there, this might have not happened to you. You know, Sanin, I'm glad kind of that it happened to me. What? Jiraiya looked at him as if he has finally gone mad. No, not in a good manner anyway. I mean, experiencing a close that manner, being lost in the sky as a lightning. Yeah, that wasn't the good part. What I'm trying to say is that it was nice that I was able to, have this freedom now. I can make weapons out of lightning and can harm other people, but I don't want to. You know, that is the best quality you have, Naruto. The only quality of your father and the fourth Hokage. Nah, Sanin, what? I mean, Kurama and I are on good terms. Yeah, I know, kid. You have been for the past year after this whole transformation. And you still haven't told me about my parents. She says that you know. Listen, kid. I would love to tell you, but I can't. Not without permission of Tsunade. It's been a year. She hadn't sent any information regarding your situation and all. And I wish I could just tell you, but I can't. Man, and I thought that I would butter you up to tell me the secret. As Jiraiya began to laugh. I'm not that easy to break. Oh yeah? Sexy jutsu! As Jiraiya then bolted back with a nosebleed. Oh, come on! Yeah, still the Urasani that I knew. The Naruto dashed away. I'm going to play with Kichi now. And Tetsu. Yeah, go ahead, kid. As Fukusaka and Shima said. Naruto, that idiot boy. Full of energy as always, Jiraiya. Yeah, way too much energy, you can say, Ma. Said Fukusaka. Pa, be quiet. He's young. Yeah, he is. That he is. Jiraiya, when are you going to tell him, said Fukusaka, that he's your grandson? I don't know, Pa. What do you mean you do not know? He has the right to know, Jiraiya. Even though you were able to involve yourself to a certain degree in Minato's life, and even after he found out, he was okay with it. Naruto wouldn't be, because he's a half Uzumaki and he has been through a lot. And that is why I fear it, Pa. If he knows that who I am, and I wasn't there, he's going to get mad at me. And I'm only hesitating to tell him about his parents right now is because I do not think that he's ready to know the truth. Nobody's ever ready for anything, Jiraiya. Not unless you tell them to. You're right, Ma. I guess I'll go talk to him then. You should. As Naruto was playing with Kichi and Tetsu. Oi, Naruto. What is it, Urasani? Come here. I have to tell you something that I have been hiding from you. What? Are you going to tell me about my parents? Jiraiya nodded. As Naruto got serious. Wait, seriously? Yes, Naruto. I am. Come on then. As both Naruto and Jiraiya sat down at the other side of the Mount Miyaboku where they were alone. So what do you want to talk about? Who were they? Did they love me? Yes, they did, kid. They loved you a lot. And they even named you after the main hero of my book, The Tale of the Gutsy Ninja. I have it here, a copy with me. As Naruto opened it, and it had a signature of Minato Namikaze. Whoa, isn't that the name of the fourth Hokage? Yeah, fourth Hokage. And your father's name. It's Naruto's eyes widened. Wait, what? Are you joking, Rasani? No, he's your father. Or was your father. Until he died, sealing the QB inside of you. You mean my father did this to me? He didn't want it to. Your mother was the previous Jinchuriki Naruto. And she wanted the QB to be sealed back inside of her, but that could have killed her. And Minato didn't want that. He wanted someone to be in your life to raise you, because Kushina, being the full Uzumaki, was able to survive the extraction. As after that, Minato and Kushina both sacrificed their lives, sealing the Biju inside of you. How did this begin? How did the mess begin? It all began the day you were born, Naruto. October 11th, in nighttime, as a masked person infiltrated the village and knew about the location where your mother was going to give birth to you. And he kidnapped you and demanded your mother, the Jinchuriki. Your father and mother complied, and the QB was released. And Minato, feeling the guilt and the burden to not ask for anyone else's child if he couldn't use his own for this mission. Plus, he had a lot of trust in you. That is why he did what he did, kid. Do not hate them. They still loved you. And this was their last words, as my sensei told me. They loved you to death. And will do. No matter what you do, they will be always proud of you. As Naruto shed tears of happiness. You know, Arasanin, thank you for telling me this. Thank you so much. There's something else, Naruto, that I have been hiding from you and Tsunade. What? You are my grandson, Naruto. Wait, what? Naruto said, with widened eyes. You're not pulling my leg, are you? No, Naruto, I'm not. How did this happen? As Jiraiya began to tell what happened after the second Great Shinobi War with Tsunade and how things went down and how he saved his father. As Naruto was said, so Ba-chan is basically really my Ba-chan. Yes, and she hates me. Or my father. No, she doesn't hate you, Naruto. She loves you like her own child. As she should have loved Minato, but I was so scared that she might do something stupid that I did what I could to protect your father at the time, because that was my top priority. Thanks, Rasani. Or should I call you now Gigi? Whatever you want, kiddo. I'm not that much old either, eh? I guess you're right. But I don't know how to address her now, after I return, or how to face her. Don't worry, that is not necessary. You see this letter? I received it 8 months ago from Tsunade. What? Why didn't you tell me that? She knows everything, and she's mad at me, and really wants to see you. At the same time, she's scared that you might hate her after finding out the whole truth, and begged me to not say anything. So that is why I was holding you off, but Pa and Ma forced me to tell you because they thought that if I push this long and hard enough, then I will only regret it when the time comes. Thanks, Rasani, for listening to them, because I'm okay now. And I'm fine with this. Thank you for protecting my dad and me, I guess. Being the best dad and granddad ever. But where were you in the beginning of my life? After your father died, Danza told me that you died as well. So, seeing that I don't have any relation to the village, I wanted to avoid it, because it haunted me of the memories of my son. But later, after those years, Sensei was mad at me for not single time visiting my grandson, and I was shocked, and that is when I visited you. But you were already 8 years of age, Naruto, by the time when I found out about your existence, and I was scared to get close to you because I didn't know how would you react, so I stood away. But you did receive my gifts, didn't you? The clothes, the admission in your academy, as well as your apartment. Wait, those were from you and Gama-chan as well. And your fundings that you received, monthly allowances. Aside from the GDs, or census ones. Thanks, GD. Naruto said, hugging Jiraiya. Anytime, kiddo. Anytime. As then Gama Gamamaru and Gamatetsu then said, that is the most wholesome shit I have ever seen in my life, Gamamaru. Oi, you two, don't be here. Go do your job guarding the gates of Mount Miyabuku or something. Our job is here now. Where? To watch us? No. Where you are sitting and having this talk. But I get it, Gamamaru said cryingly. That shit was so close to heart, man. Really, Jiraiya, I'd never imagined in my 18 years of life that you would be this much of a family guy. Ew, no, I'm not. I'm the great gallant Jiraiya. I guess you're right. I am a family guy now. Jiraiya said, Nope, you're not, Naruto said, shocking him. What do you mean? You're the great gallant Jiraiya, the Aerosanid for me still. As Jiraiya face vaulted as everyone laughed. Come back here, you brat. As after that, Jiraiya returned happily with a sleeping Naruto as he put him onto the bed. So, how did things go? It went well. Would you let her know? Yeah, I guess I should. It might help her ease her nerves down some bit. I guess they would. As Jiraiya began to write a letter to Tsunade, as after that the letter went straight back to Konoha, to her. And at that time, Sasuke has woken up from his comatose state and was held in house arrest, being chakra sealed away under supervision of Takashi Hatake and Sakura Haruno 24/7. As the letter arrived in her office, as she was working diligently. A letter from Jiraiya to Tsunade, I'll be leaving. And after that, Gamatetsu left. As Tsunade opened the letter and read its contents, as tears welled up in her eyes and a smile formed on her lips. As she hugged the letter. Thank you so much, Jiraiya. Thank you so much, Naruto. I just can't wait for your return now. Time skip. 1 more year later, Naruto's training to maintain his powers and control them at will was done. Now was the time to start his training, the true purpose of his training, to control the Kyuubi's chakra. He and Kurama has formed a bond somewhat now, so they were going to do things somewhat easily now. As after they left Mount Miyabuku, the news spread out that Naruto was on a travel, and some of their enemies also got a hint on it as well, where they might have or might not have been going now. As they were currently staying 3 towns ahead of Konoha at the moment in the Land of Fire, when Jiraiya decided to visit his favorite place, leaving Naruto there, as he was tired and sleeping, as the door knocked. Room service? Wait, this hotel doesn't have any. As Naruto with his lightning chakra ability turned himself into lightning, going inside the lights as the door bursted through its hinges. As Naruto was watching this from the light bulb, as Itachi Uchiha and a shark-like guy with a huge-ass sword on his back, wearing a black cloak, stepped inside. He's not here, but we heard a voice. Someone was inside here, Kisame. You're right, Itachi. Someone was. As Kisame was looking everywhere, as Itachi turned towards the light, which was glowing brightly, way too much brightly. As Naruto then suddenly lashed out 2 lightning whips and appeared in front of them, striking both of them again and again. As Naruto was moving at blinding speeds, didn't let them even have a second chance to either open their Sharingan or their sword, as Naruto has quite caused them a lot of damage, as Kisame was unconscious now because he was a fish type user and a water-based user, so Itachi was able to sustain so much damage. As Naruto was panting, "You know, Naruto-kun," Itachi said as he vanished in a murder of crows as the real Itachi appeared from behind. That is something you got there. I didn't know you have it in you. The chakra. How did this happen? Courtesy of your brother, I guess. Sasuke? As Naruto then said, why should I tell you? If you either you tell me or I can forcefully make you speak, not choose. Fine. I don't know what happened to you, Weasel-san, but I'll tell you, I guess, just for the old time's sake. Thanks, Naruto. As Naruto repeated the story of what happened to him at the Valley of the End to Itachi. I see. Because of my brother, he got this power. Yeah. Can you believe it? I'm a part of now lightning chakra. That is something, Naruto. But you do know that there's many disadvantages of lightning chakra, as much as it is efficient. It goes well with water, as well as fire, and wind as well. Lightning is going well with each and every element, yes, but the other elements can overpower. More likely, the wind and the earth can overpower lightning. I guess you're right. So, why are you here now? I wanted to ask you this. You see, I'm in an organization known as Akatsuki, and their aim is to collect the bijus. And I and Kisame here are chosen to be the ones who will extract it from you. You know it can kill me, right? Yes, I know. And that is why I ask you to come willingly. He's not going anywhere, Itachi. Shit. We're leaving. But this is not the last time we're here, Naruto. As Itachi and Kisame left. Why didn't you call me, kid? I tried to escape, and I did send you a signal. Blinking lights is not a signal, Naruto, and I told you 2 times blinking means you're in danger. 3 times means it that you need to go. What? I did send it twice. You sent it 4 times, meaning that you were enjoying yourself with some chicks. Wait, how did you even come to that conclusion, Sarasani? Well, I made that code up, right? Remember? No? Whatever. Let's just keep on moving with our training, kid. As after that, they went along with their training again. Time skip. 3 years later, we see Naruto, who has grown up into now 17-year-old of age, was returning with Jiraiya. And accompanying him were none other than Akatsuki, Yujito, Samui, these 3, and Mei as well, who was a Kage and was coming here to Konoha to form a peace treaty. And the sad girls were hugging Naruto, as Jiraiya was literally giggling all the way back. You know, you can stop with the giggling now, Sign. Why should I? You're the luckiest brat in the whole universe right now. Seriously, scoring 4 girls, literally, on our 3 years of adventure. You're something else, brat. I didn't ask for this, yet we are here, said Yujito. I can't walk properly like this, Yuji-chan, and you can let go of my other arm as well, Mei-chan. I'm not going anywhere. It is much more fun like this, and plus you're my escort here in this village, Naruto. I guess I am then, Mei, aren't I? Yes, you are, honey. As after they returned, Tsunade was waiting impatiently because today was the day, and when she saw Naruto hoarded over by women and a Kage, she became enraged. You! Get away from my grandson. As then she gave a motherly hug to her grandson and fell at peace. I'm so sorry. It's alright, Ba-chan. I forgave you, and I'm happy to have some real family members now. I already thought of you as one, but I guess I was right. We do have some sort of connection. I guess you're right, Brad. But what are these women doing here? Long story short, they're my wives. Yes, all of them are my wives. I'm not going to lie. And I couldn't just choose one between them all, so I had to pick all of them. Kid, seriously, what could I expect from Jiraiya? He's a pervert, and leaving you in his care would turn you into a pervert. Naruto isn't a pervert. We all love him, said Akatsuki. You're from Eva, aren't you? Yes, I'm Moniki's granddaughter, by the way. He said hi. And what are you doing here in your enemy's village? I'm here with my hubby, as you can see. Hubby? Yes. Where have you taken the kid, Jiraiya? Every part of the elemental nation for the past 3 years. What the fuck is wrong with you? You took him to Ame? As well as to Iba? Yeah, he visited even the Akatsuki bases. One of his wives is there. Wives? Who? Konan. As through paper flower, Konan emerged. Beat my other wife, Konan Uzumaki Namikaze. Senju. It's nice to meet you, mother. Mother? Yeah, since you're my grandmother, so yeah, she's going to address you as such. As everyone did. Wait, hold up, Mei? You're only 10 years younger than me. What the hell are you doing here at the age of 30? As Mei grew a tick mark. You know, Tsunade, you need to keep your mouth shut. I'm with my husband, and I'm here to form a treaty with his village. As Tsunade sighed, we're going to have a long talk, kid, after this, you know that? I guess I do. Ladies, why don't you leave Naruto alone? He has to go talk to his friends out, who are freaking out in the corner. As Kiba was literally biting off a wooden stick and breaking it with both hands because of the women that were after Naruto, claiming to be his, well, their husband. As everyone was shocked, and Sasuke was also there. So the dobe returns. How have you been, Ook? Naruto said. Ook? Yeah, your name is Sasuke, right? It has Ook inside of it. So, you get it, don't you? As everyone chuckled. What? Neji said, as Neji was laughing out loud. It's a gay joke. I'm not gay. Yeah, I was joking, Sasuke. I've been good. How have you been? Better. Still got my chakra suppressed and all. Yeah, about that, I encountered Itachi. And he was strong. Hell of strong. What made you think that with a single technique and that fucking curse mark you could beat him? What? What happened? Did he scare you? Bruh, I have to fight him. Even using my powers. Powers? You didn't have any powers. What powers? Naruto turned into electric human being. What happened to you? Your Chidori happened, Sasuke. This is the final result. I had a dormant Kikagenkai, which needed nature, and you gave it through your Chidori. And I have become a part of Lightning Chakra itself, living in a human body. Whoa, I did not see that one coming, said Sasuke. As Sakura then said, Naruto Baka, how did you get popular? Sakura, please, can you calm down and tone it a bit down? You could have woken my son up. As Naruto from his back showed them his son. Your son? Yeah, with Kuretsuchi-chan over there. As Naruto waved at her as she winked back. As Naruto then made a clone to deliver the baby to her. She was the first one I met and who took my virginity. As Hinata passed out, as she started to cry as well. Whoa, calm down, Hinata. This was the last ring I bought, because Irasanin taught me to enjoy life as well in general. And I'm going to propose to you because you are the most weird and lovable girl out of all of them. Wait, what? Sakura and Tenten said. What? I'm speaking the truth. You're obsessed with weapons. You're obsessed with flowers and Sasuke. You're just literally obsessed with Sasuke. She's the only one who loves me back, so why shouldn't I love her back? What's wrong with that? As they all blushed. As after that, Neji chuckled. What? As all the girls looked towards him. He got you good. So be it. As after that, Naruto had a reunion with his friends, and Naruto's return was announced to everyone, and to the whole mental nations as well. As Konan said, I have to go. Nagato is being antsy again. Okay. Our son or the leader? Our son. He says that he can't take care of Yahiko anymore. He's gotta do some homework. I guess you gotta go, honey. Wait, what is going on? How many children does he have? Well, Nagato is 2 years of age and a prodigy who can speak at the age of 2 and is going to kindergarten already. As for Yahiko, he was born last year, 1 year younger. As for, well, this one, his name is Kazu. He's the son of Kuretsuchi and Naruto. I see. Are any of you other expecting? And I have 3 grandchildren? I'm happy. Great grandchildren, huh? Wait, does this make me a lot old? No, Bachan, calm down. You're not that old. I mean, you're still old, but not that much. As after that, we go and see that Konan appeared back. As Nagato knew about her secret, as he was sitting there and babysitting the 2 children. You have arrived back. Yeah, I did. So, what's the status? Naruto has reached back to the village. I see. You know that we are going to regret this later on if the whole Akatsuki find out about this. I know, Nagato. As Nagato said, what is it, Mom? I was talking to your Uncle Nagato, honey. Why don't you go and play there? As Yahiko was still dangling with Pain's head as he was sitting down in Yahiko Tendobot. Listen, Nagato, I really love him. he reminds me of Yahiko. And plus, he's related to your sister, right? He's her son. I guess you're right. There. The sister I thought died in the whole Uchiha crush was alive, and she did try to look out for me the best she could. But after the separation, I couldn't meet her. She gave birth to a son that I didn't knew have existed. And I kind of am mad at him because he took you away. And now you have two children named after me and Yahiko. I was going to name them after you, obviously. I see. And you have made a great uncle as well. I know that, as the other parts of Pain were inside the house that they had bought, where they were currently staying at, cleaning, doing chores, as well as cleaning their clothes, and cooking dinner in general. Meaning, the army of the Pains of Pots were literally now servants working around in the house. While the real Nagato was inside a room, still inside his throne, just relaxing and sitting. You know, you have to get out of that throne of yours and walk more, Nagato. Your body is getting malnourished like this. I know, I will. But the kids are quite too hefty to handle in that form, so I use this one. I guess you're right. So, how's the plan coming along? Zatsu and the fake Madara doesn't know about anything. That is how it's supposed to go, Nagato. I know. And when the crush begins, they will fall as well. And after that, they were called for a meeting, as Madara had gathered them all there. As Madara began, I have found an interesting news through Zatsu. In the upcoming next week, every Kage and Jinchuriki will be in Konoha. A great opportunity for all of us to strike and take our targets. I see. Very interesting indeed. What about the Konoha forces and the other village forces that are going to be there? That is where I will come in, Zetsu said. I have multiplied myself into millions, and we will strike. Army for an army. Bijus for you guys. And we will win, obviously. I see. So it has begun. Both Konan and Nagato thought. As after that, they had sent out a decrypted message through Konan to Naruto. And 1 week later, as we go to Konoha, every village leader and their Jinchurikis were there, as Naruto was being held into the center of women as his wives were gathered around, and his fiancée Hinata, as all of them were close now and were now on friendly terms with Hinata, and they were already on sisterly terms with one another. And Hinata was happy that her sister in marriages were nice to her as well, as Naruto was the most luckiest dude in the whole Konoha now. From being a pharaoh to the village to the luckiest dude and the most lovable guy. Not a bad deal. As suddenly the whole Akatsuki threat began. It has begun then. As Naruto turned into the electric's nature form, as he flew to the sky like the thunder god. As thunder clouds gathered into the sky, as huge amount of lightning charging through Naruto's body, he turned into a dragon and moved towards them, crushing down upon a Akatsuki member and killing them instantly, as the whole Zetsu army then joined and formed a Zetsu Ten-Tails which charged the Bijudama at Naruto. Naruto deflected this all as the other Kages were building up a huge barrier to protect them all. At the time, as Naruto took heavy hits but deflected the attack as everyone was getting scared now, as the Akatsuki half was fried aside from Konan and Nagato, as only Madara and Zetsu were left. You have betrayed us. Why? It was obvious I am not going to betray my husband and kill the father of my children. You bitch. Shut up. I'm not going to let you harm my sister and my friend and her children, who calls me uncle. You will pay for that as well. Almighty push, as both of them were thrown back. As Nagato then said, Konan, get inside the barrier. I'm moving away. No! Nagato, you'll get killed like this. I have a plan. As after that, the final battle between Madara and Nagato began while Zetsu was dealing with Naruto. As the Ten-Tails, Zetsu was defeated. And we see that Madara and Nagato were panting. As Naruto arrived there, kicking Madara in the face and kicking the mask away, cracking it, revealing it to be none other than Rin Nohara. As Kakashi and Naruto was shocked, Rin? What the hell is going on here? As Kakashi appeared there, you let Obito die. Wait, what? How is that my fault? Obito saved you. And after what you done to me, Obito appeared there and he was heartbroken. He saved me by giving me his heart, asking me to make a world where we can live together. And that is what I'm doing. And how is the hell is that my fault? Because you were the most smartest one of all of them, of all of us, and you let him die and me die as well. You were not my fault. You jumped ahead. I was trying to protect you, Rin. I know. I just needed someone to blame on. What the heck is wrong with this girl? Naruto said, as her eye turned into a Mangekyo, the final gift from Obito. I will take it from you and have the ultimate dojutsu, the Rinnegan, and then I will begin the attack. How the hell are we all manipulated by that girl? As Zetsu then punched her into the gut, killing her and absorbing her inside of her, and forming a new technique. I have used this technique as a backup, sacrificing my life and a victim. The one who is true goddess will revive. Come to this world. See himself 100 hand seals completed, Zetsu summoned his mother, sacrificing his life to the Shinigami. As the seal bursted out, as Kaguya was released, as Naruto then fought Kaguya with all his might. As the Sage of the Sixth Spot then appeared, as Kaguya threw Naruto away as he was badly wounded into another dimension. As Naruto appeared back to see that the world was almost literally close to being destroyed, and Naruto, with the help of the both Yin and Yang seal, the souls of Indra and Asura Otsutsuki, and the power of the ultimate Jujutsu sealing, were able to seal her off again into the moon. And Naruto became the hero and savior of the whole elemental nations again, and was cheered on as their hero and savior, as well as married to his wives at the same day. And now he was relaxing with his children, and so was Tsunade with her grandchildren, and so was Jiraiya. As this is today's story, I hope you like this one, and if you do, then please leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. As this is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing out. Peace.